Hi there, Jamie Keat here today at Teachers Tech. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Today I want to take a look at Microsoft OneNote. Microsoft OneNote is a great piece of free software from Microsoft for note-taking and organizing your busy life. So whether you're a busy student, busy teacher, busy business professional, Microsoft OneNote is a great piece of software that you can use. You can use it from the cloud base through OneDrive, or you could download it on your PC or Mac. There's many options to use it, including the apps that I'll show you also today. I'm also curious to know, what do you prefer? Are you an Evernote person? Are you a Google Keep person? Or are you already a OneNote person? Leave a point down in the comments below, and I'm kind of curious where everybody stands on what note-taking software is the best one. So anyway, today let's go ahead and do a walkthrough of Microsoft OneNote. The one thing you'll need before you start OneNote is a Microsoft account. So if you do go through the download process and install it on your computer, it's going to prompt you for an account. So what I mean by an account, it could be a Hotmail account, it could be an Outlook account, it could be a Live account, maybe anything that is Microsoft connected with those. So with the free version, you get 5 gigabytes of data with it that you can store. For my example that I have, that I'm going to log into in a bit, I have 1 terabyte because I actually have a paid subscription with my Office 365 here. So the one thing to recognize is that your OneDrive, it gets stored in the cloud. That's why if you work with OneNote a bit, maybe you do want to purchase a little bit more space instead. But so I'm going to log into my OneDrive, and I have a video about OneDrive. If you're interested, I'll put the link down below and how OneDrive works. But I'm going to go sign in with my account that I've already created here, and I'm going to just do a quick walkthrough with OneDrive and showing you the OneNote Online. Because with OneNote, you don't even need to download anything. You could work all online if you wanted to, and have very many, virtually all the same options to work with here. So I don't have any. I've deleted my notes that I have in my example here to kind of start from a fresh template to show you when I create these. But if I click on Jamie's notebook here, and this is just a default that's already in there, I get brought into, and I'm just using my Chrome browser right now, I get brought into my OneNote. That's one of the apps in my OneDrive here. And so you can see I have my file, home, insert, and view. The reason I'm pointing this out is because I'm going to switch over to the app that you download, and I'm going to kind of do the tutorial on this, but I want to make sure that you understand you don't need the app. You could actually work just online with it, and at the end I'll show you how it kind of syncs back and forth with this, and I'm also going to show you some of the apps to use to maximize your OneNote performance on it too. So again, I'm in my OneDrive right now. I'm on my app, my OneNote. If I click this up here, you can see all the different apps that Microsoft has available as part of their as the OneDrive. You can see OneDrive where everything's going to be stored, but then there's Word Online, Excel Online, all these different apps that are here. So again, you don't have to log in to do this. But so let's just switch over now to the downloaded version and talk about that one. So if you need to download OneNote, just go to the OneNote.com site, and you can see that there's the download button. Just click on it. No matter what operating system you have, it will bring you to the correct spot to download, and then just install it from there. So I'm just going to go over to where I have already opened up my OneNote here, and I'm working on my Mac, as I said before. And there are slight differences between the two different ones from Windows to the Mac edition, and I'll point those out as I go. But virtually, you can do all the same things on it. So first of all, I need to create a notebook to start because I don't have anything in this. I've deleted everything out, and I wanted to start from blank to be able to show you how it looks and how we build from there. So the first thing you need is a notebook to put your notes into. So I'm going to go ahead and just click this right here, and you can see there's the plus symbol. So that I just click the plus, it brings me to different color notebooks that you might want to create. So I'm just going to pick the teal one. I'm going to put example 1 here as my first notebook here. And it only takes a second, and as it's doing this, is actually it's putting a copy of this into OneDrive. It creates it in syncs right away. So you can see if I click on it, this is the syncing symbol right here. When this disappears, it shows that it is synced between OneDrive. When I created this notebook, a section appeared by default. It created its first section, and then you can see there's pages on the far right hand here. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a couple more notebooks just to show an example of something. So I'm just going to click on this again, and I'm going to hit, I'll just pick a different color each time, and I'll put example 2 and hit create. And I'm just going to create one more after this one here. Just to show you some movement and some how you can close these notebooks too. And I'm just going to create this last one. I'll go with Apple this time, and I'll call this on example 3 here. Okay, so I have these notebooks, 3 notebooks created here, and you can see I have them right here. These are still syncing. You notice example 1 doesn't have the sync symbol on it right now. If there was a different order that you wanted, so maybe it's the top one is the most important one, or if example 3 you want it to the top, you can click these and drag them up. If you can see that blue line, I dragged it right up to above, and I just let go, and it went to the top one. You can see the syncing is done now. That shows that OneDrive has them all in there right now. So you can move them, just hold down and move around, and you can see, I'll bring it down here, you can see very, very easy to move them into the different spots that you may want. The other thing you can do, so as you get so many notebooks, let's say you're taking a course, you might be done with a certain notebook, but you don't want to delete it, but you just want to have it hidden from here. So what you can do is just right click on these, and you can see that there's a close option. This doesn't delete your notebook. It does close them. All your file or all your notes that you've taken would still be there, but it takes it off the notebooks here. You can open them back up just by hitting the open here, and you can see which one. I gotta remember which one. I think it was example 3 here that I deleted or just closed, not deleted. It's not. I'll show you later on how to delete permanently from your OneDrive, but for right now this was just closing. So you can see now I have all my example 1, example 2, and example 3 there again. So I'm just going to go up to my example 1 and talk about what we put in our notebooks. So we have sections are the first thing. So we have different sections, which are easy to create just by hitting the plus symbol here. So you can see it just, you can rename these very easily. I'll just put this, I'm just going to change this to section 2 here, and then I could add more. Just by hitting the plus again. If you want them in a different order, again, just drag them around. You can right click. You can see the options that you have when you right click on them. The other thing you can do is password protect a section. So maybe there was something you were putting your notes in, you may want to make sure that it was protected a certain section. You can add password protection to this section. So a couple different ways. You can see I'm under right clicking right now, but you can also go up under view and click password protect. And so if I click password protect here, you can see you have to type in a password and then verify it here. But if you forget it, you won't be able to get your information out of there. So make sure you do remember it if you do put a password on there. So we have our different sections here, and then in each section we put pages. So in this section, I'm going to just drag this one to the front here. So in this blue section, new section 1, we have a page. So I'm just going to, this is my page, page 1. You can see now it's on the right hand side as page 1 here. I can create new pages here. So if I type page 2, you can see, and I'll just put it again, I'll put a page 3 here. And I'll just put it across the top, and I could rename these over here. I could right click on them, and you can see I can rename through here. I can drag them around just like I did before to change the order here. So that's kind of how the setup is in OneNote. You have your notebook, and then you have your sections, and then you have your pages in each of these. Now let's go ahead and insert some content on these ones. So I'm just going to stay on my example 1 here, and I'll stay on my page 1 just so I remember where I'm putting everything here. So first of all, you have this white background. You can change this. It's very, very easily. So you can see right under view, I have view already selected. There's the paper color up here. I'm going to change this paper color I'll just do this first one, and I can also change the paper style. So if I did want lines or if I wanted grids, I have that option to have that as the background. But I can change each one. It doesn't go through to all of them. It's just the one that I'm working on of that section there too. So you can see as I change through the pages, it's only on that page one that I have it set up as that there too. So now let's go ahead and enter some text on here. So very easily, all I have to do to enter text, I can just click anywhere. If I double click there, and I'll just say hello, quickly write it. I can drag it just by clicking the gray bar here. I can drag it around anywhere I want. If I go back to my home, I have my normal tools here to change and edit my text here. If I wanted this larger so we could see it here, I could change my color to red. I could change my different font. I'll pick Impact. So just typical ways to change your font here. So again, I could write something else over here. I'll just write hello again. And you can see you can write pretty much wherever you want to on the page. So if you want to order things like that, very, very easily, just to kind of throw ideas for brainstorming out on a page too. Let's move through it to the next thing that we can insert, and then we have these tags here. So let's say you have something important you want to remember here, and I'm just going to click on this star here, and you can see the star went in. So I'll just say remember food. Okay, so the food would be important. This tag, though, usually you think of tags of being a searchable thing, like if you're thinking about Evernote or even Google Keep, but these are just more of a visual on your page. OneNote does have a good search, and I'll show you how to use the search a little bit later, but these tags are more for visual. I believe on the Windows OneNote, though, they are actually searchable in 2016 now. Not on the Mac, but on the Windows, I do believe there was a search thing that I saw when I was reading the manual on it. So one of those slight differences that between Windows and on your Mac there too. So there's all these symbols. I'm not going to go through them all, but you can kind of see, from addresses to important to good ideas, passwords, just to kind of bring in attention. If you had a bunch of things on a page, maybe it's a little easier to find if you use one of these icons in front of it here. So I'm going to just move over to insert here. And I'm just going to show you the different things you can insert to the pages and put into it. So first of all, tables. If you like to organize in a neat structure, tables are very easy to put in. You can move them around very easily. That table went to the food one because I was selected already. If I wanted to put into another one, you can see if I just clicked on it, I'll put a small one on the outside. I can do some different things. You notice since I'm selected, across the top in my ribbon area here, I have where I can insert rows or delete tables, and you can see all the different options. If I wanted to add some color to it, I could select the cells that I wanted to add the color to and just perform the functions. Just click on it and you can see the different things from hiding borders that you have available to you. Moving across the insert here, we can put our pictures here. I'm just going to quickly grab a picture. I'm going to grab my OneDrive thumbnail that I used last week. You can put your images in here. You can grab them. You can drag them around. You can resize them. So you can put, if you're a visual person, you want again, I'm going to show you a little later to capture from your apps, right from your camera, and it goes right into your OneNote too. The next thing we have our PDF PDF printout here. So if you did need to push it out as a PDF, just click there. We can add links. So if I click on, file attachment, if there's files like PDFs or something that you wanted to add, you could just upload them up to there, and it connects through there. It will bring them up. And we have links right here. This is what I was talking about before. So if I gave the example of saying, let's say the address was HTTP, make a short one, CNN is short, oops. Oh, I'm just terrible at typing right now. Like so. I forgot. I don't even have to type the HTTP. I forgot about that. Okay, going back to it. So where was I now? Okay, so under equation editor here. So equation. So this is a handy little thing if you want a quick way to do an equation. What you do is you hit the equation. So I'll just say 55. I'm going to put the plus, and I'll put 7. I'll hit the equals, and I'll add a space, and it gives me an answer of 62. Now there's more complicated equations it can do. I'm just showing the example. I just want to go, I have a page open here. I'll close down this right here. You can see this is under the support for it. There's all these different, this from the square root that you can use. I'm not going to go through this list. I just want to show you it is available if you search it. I can put the link in my description down below if you're looking for them too. But there's a bunch of different options you have for that too. So that's under the equation one. If you needed to put a date in for your notes, just hit the date like so, and then you can go ahead and write your date. This is just the difference with this one is just a date and time here. We have our symbols, our symbols are our arrows that if we wanted to kind of bring attention to, or if you wanted to use your arrows to draw attention to something or make a connection to something. And you can change your colors and your weight on different ones, or delete or rotate around too. Going through, where am I at? Oh, the audio. So the audio is a neat one here too. So if I click on audio, and I'll give a little demonstration here. So I click on audio, and it's recording right now. It's recording my voice as I'm talking. I'm just going to go ahead and hit stop here. And you can see the audio's right here if I double click on it. And it's recording right now. It's recording my voice as I'm talking. So if you want to make a quick note in your OneNote, go ahead and make the quick note, just say it, and it's going to be put into it. So I think that's a great feature to have in. And again, another difference in the Windows 2016 OneNote is that it said that it's searchable. So the audio file, I can go into the audio file and find the keywords through that. So again, on the Mac, that wasn't available, but on the Windows one, it said that you could actually search for the audio files, and it would find it through the words on it. So give it a try if you're on a Windows searching it. Next thing I just want to show is how to insert a video, and I love this option here. So if you're using YouTube or Vimeo, I'm just going to go through, where's my page? I'm just going to grab a video. I'll grab my OneDrive one here, copy link address, and I'm going to go back here. And now if I just right click and paste it in, you can see, I'll move it up here. You can see right here, it puts the video in, right? And I can actually even play it. Hi there, Jamie Keith here. So I really like that option. I could have a page of different videos. So even when I'm creating videos, I watch other videos. So I would be putting the videos in, okay, remember this one, come back, video ideas, and I could be selecting them and putting them in and then just watching them from my OneNote page. So I think that's a handy feature to have. So going back, next thing I want to show you is to draw on these pages here. You can use a pen or a marker here too. So I could take a pen, and you can see I have the color options, and you can draw on it. You can see again the different options in the ink color that you can choose on it, the thickness. So again, something to just play with if you want to somehow bring attention to something. And remember, this is all you can collaborate with people too on these too. You can share your notebooks out to other people, right? So I could share it just by going up top up here. You notice there's the share this notebook, and I have different options inside the sharing option. I can invite people to a notebook here. So what can I want them to do? I would type the names and email addresses there. I could include a message, and then I do want to give them can edit. Then you could, whether or not you want to click that or not, and then they'll get the message. So you just would put their email there. So if you, and again, it's sharing the notebook, not the section on it. So the whole notebook would be shared on it. So just so you know that it's not just one individual section to do. All right, so then you can also send a page if you wanted to, if there's a certain page you wanted to send, you could click on it as a PDF or a message on it. So just if you wanted to collaborate with it, just take an option, take a look at those ones, if you're sending it off to someone else to work with, or just even to view. So I think I've gone through most of the things to insert on here. So we have, I'm just going to double check that I have all the different items inserted here. And we have our draw, and I've talked about the different views on here. So let's move on to our next section now. An extension you need to get for OneNote is the Web Clipper here. So the OneNote Web Clipper. I'm using Chrome here, so I'm at the Chrome Web Store, and this is where I've downloaded it from, and I've installed it already. But you can get it for Safari or whatever browser you're using here for. So this is, again, I'm just showing you the example from the Chrome Store here, and you can see up in the top right-hand corner right here, you can see the icon for OneNote, and I already have this installed. So I'm going to just show you how it works, and it works really simply here. First of all, I'm going to go over to well, the page that I was showing you on the equations before. So if I click the Web Clipper here, it's going to open up here. I'll just click it, and it's going to give me a preview here. So I'm under the article, so it's just going to take out and make it look like an article, or else I could click full page. You can see how it looks just like it came from the website. Or else I could pick a region, and by the region I could just draw the mark around what region I wanted, and it would pick that one. So, but let's say for this one, I just want to pick article, and I'm going to click where do I want this to go? Well, I just go drop down, and you can see I have example 1. These are the examples that I made out of my notebook. So I'll go into example 2, into section 1, and I'll just hit clip, and it's clipping the article, and it's going to be put over there. Before I go check that out, I'll show you another example here. Let's say if I go over to recipes here. Well, this burger looks pretty good here, so I'll click on this burger, and you can see it's a little bit more graphical and everything. So I click on my my web clipper here, and I have my same options here. Do I want so it defaulted to just this one here, which I like actually, because it takes the text out in a very nice, easy to read format versus the full page here. I think this is a little bit easier to read, but I'm going to actually use this one just for my example here, and I'm going to tell this one to go into I'll say example 1. Actually, I'm going to go to example 3 this time in section 1 and just hit clip. So just showing you a couple different ways the web clipper can work. And then I'm just going to, once it says it's done clipping, I'm going to go back, wrong way. 2 over, forgot where I put it. So again, things are syncing here. I'm just going to make sure things have synced up here. So I'm just going to go, and I know this is an image I put in from my phone here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do this with this image here with some searching here in a few moments here. I'm just waiting for things to sync up here. Make sure, and then I just click on the different pages here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have my section 1. We're done. Now I got to remember where I put everything. Again, sometimes it takes a while to sync. As you can see, there's right now in example 3, you can see this is the last one I took right here. It has it all under here, so I could you could see it how it got put into here. And my other one was under example 2, I believe. Now I forgot where I put it. Oh, things are still syncing here. Oh, there it is. It's coming in here, right here. So then you can see right here. So sometimes it just takes a little bit more time to sync the different ones, but now I have them inside my notes here on it. So as you can see now, that's how the web clipper works here. So now what I want to show you is the search capabilities inside of it, just from what I've created. And you would imagine the search thing is going to be very important just as you get more and more things, more and more notebooks and everything inside your OneNote here. So if I'll just go to the front one here, and I'm going to type in things I know I already have in here. So if I know I had a burger in here, so if I typed a burger, you can see it found the word burger inside burgers here. So it can search all through different very quickly through them. If there was more things than burgers, it would be listed. So if you can't remember maybe what you called, but you remember the topic that it was on, that's how you can search. So I had that other image I showed you before. So the Osmo, I'll make sure I spell it right here, Osmo. And look at this. And that was just an image. So with the OCR built into OneNote, just from a picture that I put in, I have the Osmo thing sitting on the side of my desk right here, and I just took the picture. And I put it in here, and through OCR, it's able to find that image, so it can read the Osmo in there. So I really like the OCR, optical character recognition, that it has built into it. So definitely use your search features here. So let's take a look at the next thing now. So to end this video, I just want to log back into to my account here on my OneDrive here. And I'm going to show you on the, click it a few times here. So I'm going to go into my OneNote, and you can see all the things that I made on my app that I downloaded on my computer. It's here. So if I click on my example one, you'll be able to see all the different things that I've put into, worked on my computer. It's now right here. So I could have just logged into on Chrome or whatever browser I was on and did all these things, and it would have worked perfectly on it too. So you can see everything's there. If I click on the different pages, I got to remember where I put the different things. I can go back to my notebooks here. Oh yeah, that's right. I had a few other notebooks on it. The recipe should be in here into this section here. It's not as quick. The one thing is sometimes if you're working on this versus the app download, you can see here was the table that I web clipped out of it. So remember, if you haven't downloaded the app, just go through and use the online version like this. Now, what I wanted to show you with OneDrive here, and remember, I have a different video for OneDrive showing a bit more, but if you want to permanently delete your notebooks, I'm going into OneDrive, and I'm just going to open up my documents here. And you can see here's my example one, example two, example three. Well, if I click on here and then I just hit my delete, that's where it's going to be permanently deleted. So I can undo it still at this option right here, but that's where you permanently delete your notebook. So then if I go back into my notebook app, and then if I closed my example one, I wouldn't be able to open it up anymore. So that's how you delete it there. And then just closing on this tonight, I just want to show you a couple apps to give it a try. So on your mobile device, whether it be iOS or Android, put this on. You'll be able to see how it syncs up the same, whatever you're working on. You'll be able to take images, and where it puts right in, you can take your notes and everything. Very easy to use, syncs great with your OneNote. And the other one, and I have a video on this one, is Office Lens. If you want a great OCR app, this would be great if you're, again, taking a picture of a bill you need to put in, and it just allows you to adjust with the angles and everything, so to get your pictures a little bit clear and takes away shadows. Great for taking like a picture of a whiteboard and getting the notes into it. So I'll put a link to this Office Lens one, but these apps kind of just help complete the whole OneNote experience. So I hope you like this tutorial of OneNote tonight. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments down below. So if I have to add any other videos to this, remember I do the weekly tech tips. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up if you think this has helped you out a lot. I'll see you next time, and thanks so much for watching.